Welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show, where what you know is important, but who you know can make all the difference in your job search. My name is Trevor Houston. Super excited to be with you today. This is episode 316, and it's a little bit different format. Yeah, I'm here in my office. I'm not in the studio up in Dallas, so I thought I would spend a little bit of time today talking to you and talking to the audience about the future of who you know and where we're going and what's coming next. Because I got some things I'm cooking up in the lab right now. I'm super, super pumped and excited about. So before we get into all of that, I do want to see who do we got with us. I'm sure we might have a few people online. Let's see who do we got in the chat. Let's see here. Let's see who do we got. Make sure you give a sound out in the chat right now if you're tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and rep your city, rep your hood, right? We always talk about that. I see Mez online with us. Meg Rose, the hype lady, she's over there. I see Mike Mediterranean. Love you, man. Appreciate you. Jason Hopper, all the way in North Dallas. Love that. Good to see you. And yeah, so we've got some changes coming to the Who You Know show. Gabriel, I see you. Good to see you here with us. So we got some changes coming. I see Clayton. I see Chris Smith. Good to see you here. Hope Mangita is online with us as well. Can't forget Hope. Rashika. We got Sean Welsh in the house. What up, Who You Know, he says. Love it. Frank Perez in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So let's dive right in. Let's talk about what's going on, what's happening, what are the changes, and what's going to be the future of the Who You Know show. So we've been doing this show now for 4 years, and we just had our 315 episodes. 315. Can I get y'all to down there in the chat? Can I get you to go 315? Okay, 315. 315. Okay, if I can get you to do that for me, that'd be amazing. We've had some amazing guests. I got some notes here. We've had some amazing guests like Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, Heather Monahan, Danelle Delgado, Glenn Lundy, David Meltzer, Tim Story, Evan Carmichael, Amelia Antonetti. Guys, these are all world changers. Shay Rowbottom, C-Rock Sirocco, Chris Gronkowski. Y'all must have saw us doing the muscle chug last week. Amberly Lago. We've had the UFC champ Frank Shamrock, right? Stephanie Malik, Claude Silver, right? We've had so many world changers, and the list goes on and on and on. And I'm excited because we got some things cooking in the lab. Got some things cooking. I see Kat O'Toole with us. I see Clayton says 315. Good to see Lena Stutes. Lena Stutes, you're going to be part of my announcement today. You didn't know this, but I'm going to kind of throw something out there, and maybe it'll stick. Maybe it'll land with you. Hopefully it will. But so let me just kind of paint the story or paint the picture for you guys real quick. I went out and was invited to go do a show with a man named David Meltzer. And David Meltzer, he's another world changer. If y'all don't know who David Meltzer is, you need to go find out, okay? If you don't know, now you know, okay? You need to go check out David Meltzer. This guy is a media king. Like, if you know Gary Vee, get to know David Meltzer, and you will see some similarities. This guy is absolutely dominating the content game. And so he invited me to go be on his show called The Playbook. And I went out there. It was flew out to Vegas, and they had this studio there called Blue Wire Studio. Man, you guys need to Google that. It's amazing. The nicest studio I've ever been into in my life. Okay. This thing was just absolutely state of the art. And I go there, and I'm going to tell you, I took away some lessons from David. Number one, I was absolutely blown away by his assistant and the people working for him and his calendar. And there was no white space on his calendar. I mean, there was not 1 second that was not being used with David. We went there, And I was the second interview, and he must have done like 10 interviews back to back to back to back to back to back. Right? He was a machine. I was like, oh my gosh. So I was just absolutely blown away by that. Maximizing his calendar, right? Maximizing his time. He recorded in batch. Right? And he was able to record like, I don't know, I think it was a whole season's worth of content in one day. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm scratching my head. I'm like, but I thought it was about this whole consistent game. This consistent, like I've been doing our show every week, right? On Wednesdays at 3 p.m., like I am today, right? Wednesdays at 3 p.m. every week for the past 4 years. So I thought, well, man, I thought you're supposed to be consistent every week. So I'm scratching my head a little bit. He recorded in bulk, but then I got to see the final product of what this guy's creating after the fact. Okay. So it's about repurposing. And so I started to really put some thought around what we're doing with our show and the future of the Who You Know show. Let me explain what that's going to entail. A lot of you were there. Jason Hopper, you were there last week when we did our backstage pass. Jason Hopper, I see you. He says, "Can you see me? Can you smell what the what Trevor Houston is cooking?" Jason, do you know what I'm cooking up, man? You know what I'm cooking up? Let me ask you, Jason, how was the event last week? Backstage pass. Okay. We did the same thing. We recorded on that day. I recorded 8 episodes. We recorded 4 hours worth of content, 8 hours in one day. Okay. Here's what we were able to accomplish in one day's time, guys. One day's time. Yes, Mike Mediterranean, you were there, backstage pass. You saw it, right? Love that. So here's what we were able to do. 4 hours of recording in one day. We were able to have 2 full live streams, right? Like we're on right now. This is a live stream, 2 live streams, 1 live event. So Jim, you were there. You were at the live event, right? You were there. Jason, you were at the live event. Mike, you were at the live event. Let me ask you, how much better is it in person? Right? Scale of 1 to 10. How much better is the energy? How much better is the show? How much better is it in person? Right? So we got a live event out of it. And we're going to be able to, we actually got a live event and an after party out of it. We're able to get 8 podcast episodes. Okay. 8 podcast episodes, 8 pre-recorded live. Okay. Yeah. Mike says 10, way better, right? So 8 pre-recorded live episodes. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to package them up and you'll see us post those out. So we're still going to be here with you guys. We're going to be here every week. That doesn't go away. The difference, guys, I'm going to tell you for my audience who's with me right now, the difference is we're going to be with you in the comments. Okay. For a pre-recorded episode that's live, we're going to post it out there and I'm going to be watching it with you. It's like a watch party, right? I'm going to be watching it with you live in the comments. Okay. So we're going to have 8 pre-recorded live streams, 8 newsletters that are going to get to go out. Let's see. Oh, William, you crack me up, bro. William McLaughlin, shout out to you. He says 5. It would have been better if you did it at Texas Live. You have been telling me that for years, my friend. You have been telling me that for years. He's like, hey, you need to go to Texas Live. You need to go over there and hang out over there at Texas Live. Maybe we'll take you up on that, William. So 8 newsletters, over 50 plus pieces of micro clips, micro content. Okay. And here's the real future right here. I'm going to tell you 2 TV episodes for Amazon Prime and streaming channels. Okay. We're taking the show to the next level. All right. That is the future. All right. What we've always known about our show is television. Okay. Our show is television. For those of you that were there, okay, for Jason Hopper, Mike, everybody that was there the other day, it's a talk show, right? It's not a podcast. We actually repurpose it for a podcast. Okay. It's TV first, podcast later, right? Which is interesting because we're just now starting to be recognized for our podcast after 4 years. Our podcast is actually picking up steam, and we're getting, you know, featured in different publications and things like that, which is really cool. But it's always been TV first. It's always been the visual component, right? I produce every show. I'm behind the scenes, guys. If you've seen the video experience and the commercial breaks and the show flow and the show notes and all of that, like I produce all of that. And yeah, so it's always been TV first. So we're taking it to that next level, which is Amazon Prime and streaming channels. So I'm real excited about that. Oh, Joelle Fry, good to see you. She was at the live event. Joelle was there, and she actually won a Who You Know shaker from Chris Gronkowski, autographed. Pretty cool, pretty sweet stuff. So yeah, that's what we're doing, is we're producing a more high-end show, okay? And I've been working with my editors and working with my team to put it all together. Hey, Kat, good to see you. And Josh, what's up? Good to see you both. So we're putting it together. We're polishing it up. And I promise you, what's going to be interesting for you in the audience, even if you watched it live the first time, when you see it again, it'll be completely different. The show is going to be completely different for you, okay? So you're going to see we're actually creating more content, and we're going to be able to get it all done in one day, guys. This is just being smart with your time and taking it to that next level. So that's really what I learned from David Meltzer. This is actually a strategy that Gary Vee teaches. Okay, Gary Vee teaches it all the time. You take your long form content like this show, and you can create so much micro content out of it. You can repurpose it for all kinds of things. You can repurpose it for, podcasts. You can repurpose it for quotes and memes and, newsletters and you name it. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We're recording in bulk, recording in batch. Then we take it and we chop it up and we create other elements with that content. Okay. Now, let's talk about some other things that we're going to be doing. I'm real excited because not only is the show going to the next level, but the network is going to the next level. Okay. What I mean by that is we are creating a Who You Know show network. Okay. The Who You Know show network. And it's going to be a network of shows. It's not just going to be the Who You Know show that you guys know and love. It's going to be a whole network of shows. Okay. So for instance, I was talking with Foster about it today. Foster Williams has The Job Father, right? That's going to be, Who You Know show presents The Job Father. Mark is actually working right now with Sean, who I believe is here in the chat, working with Sean right now to create a show called Vet SOS. So Who You Know presents Vet SOS. And Lena Stutz, I would love to talk to you about that as well. That's something that I think I've been watching you. You've been creating your show and you've been doing amazing, right? Yeah, Sean, I see you, Vet SOS, right? So Lena, how would you like to bring your show underneath the umbrella of Who You Know and really take advantage of some of the audience that we've already built, right? And for some of the job seekers who are starting here as well, that I've been talking about for the longest time, the Job Seeker podcast, right? The Job Seeker podcast, where essentially I want to frame this up, guys. So, as a job seeker, your lifeblood is to be able to have face-to-face conversations with decision makers, right? Oh, I see you, Lena. She says, oh my gosh, absolutely. Done. Lena, done. Right here on this show, episode 316. Let's get a mic drop. Done. Okay? We're going to make it happen. Okay? So, Lena, remind me the name of your show. It's Coffee. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't remember you're going to have to just, excuse me, just tell me the name. Job Seeker Podcast is something that we've got coming. All right. So the Job Seeker Podcast, imagine you have to have a conversation with decision makers on a regular basis, right? So what we're going to do is create a show for job seekers, right? Where the job seeker interviews companies that they want to work for. Okay. So you reverse engineer it, right? Instead of, yeah, there you go, Lena. Breakfast bite of insight. There you go. Breakfast bite of insight. Okay. So that's going to be part of the Who You Know Network. Okay. So we're going to bring that in, Lena. We're going to talk about it. I'll tell you what that entails, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Okay. So we're going to have a whole bunch of different, kind of like, you know, when you go to Netflix, okay, you go and you flip it on Netflix and you see all these different shows, right? Same thing. The Who You Know Network, right? Who You Know Podcast Network. So we're going to create that. Lena, we'll get you put on there. We'll have the Job Father put on there. The SOS, Vet SOS, which is Mark and Sean's show. They're going to be coming out with very, very soon. Coming soon. You guys are going to love that. And then the Job Seeker Podcast. So again, the whole job here is to have those conversations with decision makers. So the job seekers are going to interview the companies. And guess what? As a job seeker, you may be thinking to yourself, well, I don't know how I would get them on my show. How would I get this recruiter on my show? How would I get this HR manager on my show from this company I want to work for? How am I going to get them on? Well, guess what? You might not know, but I do. Okay. I've been doing this for a long time, 4 years, 316 episodes. Okay. So I've developed a process. I know how to get people on the show. I will help you get people on the show. And guess what? I already have a network of recruiters and hiring managers and companies because of the Who You Know show. Right. So I already have the network. So I can help you in that early stage to launch this thing and to get your feet off the ground, right? So imagine that show. Imagine you're watching, the job seeker is interviewing the company, right? So I even already have the kind of the intro, right? This is the Job Seeker Podcast. I'm your host, Trevor Houston, where you're going to have to tell me why before I apply. Right? Before I apply, you're going to have to tell me why. We reverse engineer the job search, right? And so think about it, right? And so you can even do a game show. We could turn it to make it fun, do a game show where you could interview maybe 3 people at the same time, 3 different companies, and you pick one that you want to move forward with based off of their answers, right? It's almost like a panel. Like you have a question and each one of those recruiters have to answer it. Or each one of those companies have to answer that question, and whichever one that you like the best, boom, you move forward with. Okay. It's called the Job Seeker Podcast. So I'm wanting to know from this group right here, if anybody wants to explore that, we are going to be adding that show to our lineup as well. Okay. So I see Jason. What does he say here? Jason, what are you saying here? He says, hey, Trevor, caffeinated your careers. I like that. What about caffeinate your careers? I like that. Jason, you should do a show, man. You're a personality. You should do a show. Tell me why before I apply. Yep. Lena says, tell me why before I apply. That would be phenomenal. Yeah, like Survivor style, Jason. Yes, like Survivor, right? So yeah, you got 3 recruiters on there and you're going to ask them questions. Okay. Now the whole job of this, speaking of Survivor, Jason, the whole job is to get rid of the host. Okay. Think about it for a second. The host is going to be a job seeker. Okay. The host is a job seeker. And the whole premise of the entire show is to get rid of the host, to get them back to their cash flow, to get them back to work, right? Think about it. So guess what they do though? They then hand it over to the co-host. So there'll be 2 job seekers. There'll be a host and a co-host. Whoever lands first, right? Their job is to hand over the baton. Their job is to train up the new person who's going to come in, right? To make sure they understand, and get them up to speed. So it's the pay it forward mentality. But the whole premise of the entire show is to get rid of the host. Like, get them out of there. The sooner we can get them hired and get them back to their cash flow, that means this is a successful show. And guess what? Job seekers are going to learn from this. They're going to learn from it. So I just think it's really, really cool. The premise of the show, straight fire money guns. I love that. I'll watch. Yes, Cat. Oh my gosh, phenomenal, right? So here's the deal. I have all these ideas floating around in my head. That's just what I do, okay? I go to sleep at night and I'm thinking about this stuff, okay? I know how to do it, right? I know how to do it. I can train you up. I just need somebody that's ready to get their feet wet, ready to get uncomfortable, ready to be a little bit afraid, ready to, worry about the opinions of others, right? I know that's what most people worry about when they get started with something like that. Is like, oh gosh, what are they going to think about me? Ooh, especially if you're seeking employment, right? You're just so worried about what that employer is going to think of you. Guys, I got to put you in the driver's seat. I got to put you in the driver's seat. We got to quit worrying about what everybody's thinking about us, and you need to take control and get out there and get out in front of your job search. Do what other people won't do. You will be the only job seeker out there doing this. I promise you. Okay. What is that? That's the definition of a standout. Okay. That's the definition of a standout. Foster Williams in the house, my man. Love it. Who wants to host episode 1 with Mez? Let's go. Let's go. I love this. So guys, all of you, I invite all of you. Shoot, maybe I'll do this. I'm going to put together a form. Okay. I'll put together a form and you can submit your ideas. Maybe you have something that's been creeping in your mind. You're like, I'd like to do a show, right? I'd like to put something out there, but I don't know where to start, right? Well, you guys have this guy in your network named Trevor Houston who does know where to start, okay? I can get you online. I can get you visible. I can make sure that we put together something that's of quality, and it's not going to take you, like, I'll put it to you this way. I will save you so much time and headache from having to learn it and do, trial and error, stumble and fall, right? Because that's what I've done, right? I've had to be the guinea pig and learn this stuff, but I'm doing it so you don't have to, okay? But it's time. I think it's just time now to take the things to the next level. It's time to take this group to the next level. It's time to, make sure that you are all being seen, okay? So if you've got an idea stirring in your head and you're like, I want to be the star of my world, right? You want to be the star? I'm going to help you be the star, okay? And I'll create a form. Just matter of fact, why don't we do this? Let me see right now if you can do me a favor. If you can put hashtag who you know presents. That's what I want you to put. Hashtag who you know presents, okay? Hashtag who you know presents. If you have an idea that you would like to pursue, okay? If you have an idea, something that you would like to take to that next level, a show that you would like to have out there, put hashtag who you know presents in the chat. And that's my cue to send you the form. I'm going to create the form. All right, Mez got one. Lena Stutz got it. Mike's got it. Joel's got it. Love it. Love it, love, 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 love. Jason's got it. Jason's got it. Guys, and also I want you to know too, this does not cost thousands and thousands of dollars or anything like that, okay? What I'm doing right now, Cat O'Toole, I see you. Angel, I see you. So there's a market for this, right? Oh, Hope is ready to go. Let's go, Hope. Let's do it. Lauren, love it. Okay, so that's the thing, guys. is that there's a market for this. And it doesn't have to cost thousands of dollars. What we do at the studio, okay, for our show, again, talk show, TV, it's high end, right? For all of you that were there the other day, Kat, shout out to you. Like, it's next level. It does cost a lot of money, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. You don't need to do that. Shoot, we don't need to do that. Think about it. We don't need to. I could do it just right here like I'm doing right now. This is a tool called Restream, right? This is restream.io and doesn't cost an arm and a leg, okay? And we can get you out there talking, putting your content out there. And then this is what you do, like I was just talking about. Once we get that long form content, once you put your message out there in long form, guys, then you turn into a content machine. I'm going to turn you into a content machine. You have more content than you'll ever need. And what happens, guys, some of you are like, well, why do I need this content? It's personal branding. Whatever you do, right? Whatever you do, whether you're HR, whether you're project management, whether you're a career coach like Jason Hopper, whatever it is that you do, the world needs to know that you're the best at it, right? That you're the go-to candidate for that. And as you're putting this content out there, you start to become a thought leader, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank in here. Anyways, there's been Mike Mediterranean. Why did I draw a blank? Mike is becoming a thought leader, right? He is a thought leader. He's not becoming one. He is one. He's always been one, but the world didn't know it, right? The rest of you are the same way, but Mike is getting his message out there, and what's happening is opportunities are coming out of the woodworks, like opportunities that he probably didn't even know he wanted. Yeah, Mike, that's you. He says, yeah, why? You are a thought leader, and these opportunities are coming out of the woodworks for Mike because he's putting his message out there. He's getting out there. And each and every one of you, it's the same thing. You all have a message, right? You have a story. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna start telling you a lot more of my personal story in the future of Who You Know. You're gonna see a lot more of that. It's time for me even to start sharing more of my personal story. I'm framing it up and I'm putting it together. I've had many people tell me I should write a book. You know, I'm sitting here staring at a bunch of you guys don't need to know all this. This is when I was a teenager. This is a bunch of police reports. I was a crazy teenager, y'all. Right? And it's time for me to start sharing this, because you know what? My past does not define who I am today. Right? This is not who I am. This is what I did. It's not who I am. Right? And it can show someone who may be going through this that they can transform too. Right? It can help people. Right? So I've come to this like, hey, you know what? I need to start sharing these things, start getting the message out. And you do too. Each one of you have a story. You know what's so funny? I called the police department today to get these records because I was a juvenile. I was 13 years old. And I literally I called the police department and I talked to the police officer there who picked it up. And I was like, hey, this is kind of a weird request, but like, I was a crazy teenager and I did a lot of stupid stuff, and I did a lot of business with you guys when I was 13. And I was pretty crazy. And the police officer said, he's like, yeah, tell me about it. Who didn't, right? Who didn't act stupid when they were 13, you know? So we all have a story, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. Mine might be different from yours. I'm sure it probably is, but we need to get our story out there, get our message out there, because the bottom line is it can help someone. There's somebody out there that is listening to this and going, wow, I never knew that. Right. And it can help make an impact in their life. So, anyways, yes, I see Joelle. She says, our past can help us refine our current selves. Yeah, it can help us do that. It can give someone hope that they too can transform. Because a lot of times people see, they'll see me online and stuff like that. Right. And you see this polished version, and it may seem unobtainable for a lot of people. They're like, okay, how do I get there? How do I do that? I don't know. I don't know how I can do that. And then all of a sudden I start to tell them my personal story, and they're like, wow, if this knucklehead can do it, I can do it. Right. If he can do it, this bozo who was in and out of jail when he was a teenager, getting in a bunch of trouble and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, if he can do it, I can do it. Right. So it starts to give people hope. So it's something I'm going to be sharing a lot more in future episodes. You're going to be seeing that. So I'm excited about that as well. Now, let's talk about the future of the summit. Okay. The future of the summit. So I've been teaching the Career Transition Summit for years, and I'm going to continue to be teaching that as well. But we're taking that to a next level. Okay. I've always had a vision for the summit. And my vision has been more that of a Tony Robbins feel motivational conference. Okay. Something that is, these job seekers, come on, guys, we know it. Like, a lot of job seekers are hurting, right? They need their lack of motivation. They feel anxious and depressed and stress and anxiety. Like, I see the energy of a lot of job seekers is like this. They're just kind of like, right. And so I've always felt that the number one thing for the job search is right here, right? It's right in between here. It's the mindset. And so I just so happen to have this big old network of world changers, people that have been on our show that's doing amazing things. I just named them off: Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, Heather Monahan, Danelle Delgado, Glenn Lundy, like Tim Story. Guys, if y'all don't know Tim Story, go get to know Tim Story. But anyways, these people, I've got some of the Heather Monahan is one of the number one motivational speakers in the world. So is Tim Story. Number one motivational speaker in the world, like up there in the list, like top 10 for sure. I've got some conversations going with like Les Brown. If y'all don't know who Les Brown is, so my vision for the summit is to incorporate some of these world changers, people I call world changers, to come in and to lift these job seekers up, right? To get your mindset right. And I'm going to come in there and I'm going to be not only learning from them, because that's something I see for myself, but I'm going to be learning from them. I'm going to be studying from them how to really polish up and deliver a message that's impactful, that can really lift people up. So I'm going to be learning from them. But at the same time, I'm going to be teaching you like I've been teaching you. I'm going to teach you how to get noticed, how to get out of the black hole, how to get seen by employers, how to get those conversations on a regular basis. So it's going to be a mix, right? Just like they have these business conferences, guys. You've got business conferences where, like Tony Robbins events, where they go and they get you all pumped up and then they teach you how to go create a business. Like, that's what they do. You get all pumped up and you're like, I can take on the world. And then here's everything you need to go do to take on the world. Same thing for job seekers. I'm going to help you, right? I'm going to help you to lift that mindset up. And then I'm going to package up and show you how to go out there in the world and actually do it, all right, to get you back to your cash flow. So that's the future of the Who You Know Summit. Okay, so I'm really, really excited about that. Then we also have We've got some other things coming. We got some cool stuff coming, but let's see who we got here. I see Kat O'Toole. I see Jason Hopper, Alexander. Good to see you. She says, we all have a story that could have a positive impact in someone's life. Experience, strength, and hope. Share it. 100%. Got to share it. Got to get that message out there, right? So, okay, let's do this. Why don't we do this while I got a few minutes in here with you guys? I would like to know maybe some of your ideas. So I'm here to hear the word of who you know, wisdom, and support all of you, all of your greatness. LinkedIn user, can't see your face or your name, but that's okay. All good. Yeah, LinkedIn user. That's so interesting. Let me go over to LinkedIn itself. I bet I could see you. I bet I could see your face if I'm on LinkedIn. See, in Restream, I can't see it. Maybe it's Timothy. I see, yep, Timothy. Good to see you. Lori Oken, Sean Welsh, Kat O'Toole in the house, Kat Alexander. Appreciate all of you being here. Yeah. Oh, LinkedIn user is Lori Oken. Okay. Lori Oken. You probably already know why that is too. It's just a setting. That's all it is. It's a privacy setting, Lori, that you got going on. And you can get that if you want it. You may want it to stay private. But if you want it shown, you can change that. Mike says profiles and leadership. Mike, you want to tell me more about that? Profiles and leadership? Lewis says, so encourage each other and build each other up just as you are already doing. Love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Are recruiters in the summit or people hiring? That's a great question, Angel. Love that question. So my thought, okay. My thought, Angel says, are recruiters in the summit or people hiring? My thought is yes. That has been another aspect of it, is that I want to incorporate elements like, for instance, we've done a lot of events, career events in the past. We've done events where we give out free professional headshots, right? Literally, the job seekers come and we'll take headshots, right? We've done that. We've done all kinds of different things, but yes, we had a career search at CityWorks where we brought out a whole bunch of employers and a bunch of companies who were hiring, right? So that's definitely an aspect of the summit, the future summit. Definitely want it to be, all right? Because yeah, I want it to be kind of like this place where you go and you can get it all. You get your motivation, your education, your inspiration, and maybe even a job all in the same spot. Maybe you get that job, maybe get your cash flow all in the same spot. Okay. So let me paint the picture on the summit just a little deeper. Okay. So what we did the other day with Backstage Pass is almost going to be opposite. Okay. So Real News PR in Dallas, Texas, shout out to them. They're the ones that produce our show. What we're going to end up doing is we'll have a summit, and it'll probably be maybe 3 hours. Okay. 3-hour summit, maybe a little bit longer. It's going to be lunch. It's going to be food, all that good stuff. And again, this is where the motivation, education, inspiration, you're going to get the speakers who are going to lift you up. You're going to get the information, the knowledge for your job search. You know how we do. We like giveaways. We like to pour out on our people. That's just what we like to do. Okay. So we're going to have an amazing time and teach that live summit in person, Dallas, Texas, about 120 people. Okay. 120 people is the max that we can fit into the space that we have. But it's going to be on and popping, okay, in this room. Then we're going to take and break away about half of that room, okay? So about 60 people, maybe 70 people. And these are going to be people who win throughout the day. They're going to win VIP. Okay. And they're actually going to go up an elevator to the 7th floor where we record our show. Okay. So literally they'll be in this room, VIPs get breaking out, boom, they go up an elevator, live studio audience, we record our show. Everyone else that did not get broken out, okay, that didn't go up the elevator, they're going to stay in that room, and we're going to do a watch party for them. Okay. And the watch party is going to be off the hook. They're actually going to become part of the show. We're going to have cameras in that room as well. We're going to be, giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff. And we're going to be pouring out love on our watch party. So both groups are going to be part of the show. Okay. Both groups are going to be part of the show. But one group, the VIPs, are going to go up and actually be in the studio with us. Okay. So that's the vision, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing moving forward. Now, timeline for all of this is going to be most likely June. We're looking at the first week of June to launch off our first summit. So that's the timeline, putting things together right now. I'm working real hard on the TV episodes, putting all of that together. So super excited about that. Jason says, watch party. Yo, that's what's up. Water cannons. Yeah. See, and I love this. You guys are hype. I love this. So we got Meg Rose as the hype lady. I need my squad. Okay. I need my squad here in Dallas, right? I need my squad because we're going to need greeters. We're going to need people to support and help and volunteer and like, do it right. Okay. Because I'm not joking around about this. I'm not playing around. It's got to be done right. Okay. So Jason, I see you out there. You know what I'm saying? With Jewish Family Services, man. Appreciate you. You've always been here, part of the network. You've been on the show. Like, you're a superstar. You're a world changer, right? You've been part of this thing. And you know what? I'd love for you to be part of it. You know what I'm saying? Meg Rose says, me too. Let me know. Let's go. Got the squad. We got Mike in the house, right? And I also need you guys to help, not only with, maybe like set up, tear down, things like that, right? Greeting, making people feel welcome, all of that kind of stuff. Like, experience. Like, that's what I want to create, is the experience. And so when you think about that, like, think about when you go to church. If anybody goes to church here, right, there's an experience. When you walk in there, you want you to feel inviting and welcome and greeted, right? Like, all those types of things. So we're going to need that, but we're also going to need butts and seats. Okay. Butts in seats. Right. And so, we've noticed with, since the pandemic and stuff like that, there's been this kind of weird thing with the job search, right? Everybody's experiencing it, the great resignation and all of that and everything else. And a lot of the groups around have done this, right? A lot of the groups. I don't want to do that. I want to take it to the next level. I want to give people a reason to come out of the house. Okay. I think that's a big problem in what's happening right now is, like, if you think about it, right? What happened after the pandemic is everybody went online. Okay. The world went online. Everybody was forced to. So the information that's out there nowadays it's saturated. There's so much online information. So shoot, if I want to learn about my resume, I don't have to go anywhere. If I want to learn about LinkedIn, I don't got to go anywhere. I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to put pants on. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. I can DIY. I can do it myself. Right? So there's information overload. So what's going to get people to come out of the house? Experience, right? We have to take it to the next level. It's like, why do I go to the movie theater? Right? What did the movie theater have to do after Netflix and all of that came out and made it super convenient for you just to do it at home? What did the movie theaters have to do? They had to upgrade the experience. Now they got reclining chairs and you get a blanket and they serve you food, right? Like you have to up the experience. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to up the experience to get people out, right? To get people out of the house. Because I just love people. And I don't know if you noticed, for those that were there the other day, there's just something different. There's something different in person. Like there's a new energy to me when I'm in person. And, you know, so anyways, that's what I want to do. We're going to get everybody back together. We're going to open the doors. You know what I'm saying? I see Josh Ferris. He says popcorn smell when I open the door. That's right. Josh, I need you to volunteer because here's the deal, brother. I don't have a sense of smell. I have zero sense of smell. Okay. So I'm going to need your nose. Okay. I'm going to need your nose to help me out with that popcorn because guess what? I got in a motorcycle accident when I was 21. Knocked the smell right out of me. Literally. I got knocked the smell. I got in this motorcycle accident and had internal bleeding in my brain. Right. I was lucky to be alive. You know, I thought they were going to have to drain my brain or something. You know, all that pressure gets in there. Luckily, I didn't have to go through that. But yeah, man, I literally knocked the smell right out of me. So I'm going to need you, Josh. You're going to have to smell for me. Yeah, Joel says more energy in person. Yes, 100%. There is more energy in person. You know, yeah, Zoom fatigue is real. Hey, William, I'm going to holler at you for a minute. William, my man, and the whole 50 grand. So, is that part of what's going on, man? I saw you the other day. Saw you at Frisco Connect and all of that. It's good to see you, man. Really was. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Zoom fatigue is real. I get burnout. I get burnout. Look, I don't, we were not meant to be staring at a computer screen. Look, I got this light right here shining at my face and my eyeballs. You see this? I don't need this artificial light. I'm turning the light off. Okay. Turning it off. I don't need all of that in my eyes all day long. You understand? We weren't meant for that. We were not meant for that. Okay. Jason says, I cannot smell either. No way. For real? Jason, how come you can't smell? What happened? I need to know, Jason, what happened that you cannot smell? Right? Yeah, so Angel says open door with donuts in hand. I'll be packed. Yeah, let's go. Donuts in hand, not just donuts out there. Like I need you open the door, open the box up, handing out donuts, like throwing donuts at people, like as they walk in, like get smacked with a donut. Jason says, I had 4 client calls today. All were by Zoom. Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. And I get it. Like, unfortunately, that world is not going to go away. Okay. It's not going to go away. But we have to blend it. And in order to get people back, we got to bring the experience. It's just what I'm thinking. So that's what we're going to be doing. Energizing high five. I love that. Gotta go, Sean. Appreciate you. Love the energy and upgrades. Looking forward to being a proud member of the Who You Know Presents Team Vet SOS. Let's go. Yes, y'all need to check out. Y'all need to go connect with Sean. Actually, everybody in the audience, before he bails out of here, he may already be gone. But y'all need to go connect with Sean. Vet SOS is going down. So Mark Elder is in the house. He and Sean are doing this show, Vet SOS, and it's going to be talking about the military career transition, right? Military career transition, which is a whole nother beast, y'all. Whole nother beast. Okay. It's like a whole nother language, people are talking about. Sean Welsh is cool. Yeah, he is cool. He's a cool guy. Lena, I see you. Yeah, he's super cool. No, he really is. I saw this video. I saw this video of Sean when he was doing Boy Scouts. Y'all need to ask him for that video. Do me a favor, ask him for that video. He was doing the Boy Scouts race car thing. You know what I'm saying? It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I love the video. So funny. So funny. Jason Hopper, I got some smelling Italian food over here for lunch. Foster says. Oh, okay. Love that. Foster, man, I just got to tell you, I love you, brother. We've been running this thing for a long time. And it's that time, man. We're going to take this thing to a whole nother level. We're going to take it to that next level, and I'm excited about it. So to recap, I know I've gone over a lot. I know I've ranted and talked with you guys, which is all good. I love talking with you. Love going back and forth in the chat. But just to recap, again, over 4 years of the show, 315 episodes. Let me get a 315 in the chat. We've had some world changers: Elena, Grant, Heather Monahan, Danelle Delgado, Glenn Lundy, David Meltzer. The names go on and on. Tim Story, Frank Shamrock. I mean, we've had just some world changers. Amberly Lago, okay, Chris Gronkowski. Right, we've had all of these world changers. I went and did that episode with Dave Meltzer, the playbook, and he blew my mind. Just what I experienced in the way that he's doing it. It's different and it's better. Okay, I'm just gonna say it's better, guys. And so we're taking it to the next level. We're going to be recording in bulk. We are going to waste no time. We're going to batch record, repurpose, and post these things later. We're gonna get out of it 2 live streams, 1 live event, 1 after party, 8 podcast episodes, 8 pre-recorded live streams, 8 newsletters, over 50 micro clips, 2 TV episodes for Amazon Prime and streaming channel. Like, it's going to that next level, y'all. So I'm excited about it. I am going to ask you a favor, all of you here on this stream right now. And that's the podcast. Okay, that's the podcast. The podcast is finally picking up some steam, and I want it to continue to pick up some steam. I want it to keep going because, again, to me, this is about impact and reach, because there are still billions of people out there that have no idea about who you know. There's somebody out there struggling with their job search, somebody out there struggling, going through a hard time, and they don't know, right? They're in the dark somewhere. You know how many times we get people that tell us, oh my gosh, I wish I would have known about you 8 months ago. I wish I would have known about you guys a year ago. You know how many people we hear that message every day? Literally every single day. Hope, tell them. Hope's here with us. Hope, tell them. Like, we hear that message every single day. Like, I wish I would have known about you guys. All right. So we need to get the message out there. The podcast is a great way to do that. And so what I need for you guys to do in order us to keep picking up steam with our podcast side of it, we need reviews. Okay. So I need 5-star reviews on Apple. How many of you are on Apple? Just put Apple. Just put hashtag Apple. If you're on Apple Podcasts, you got Apple device. Because I know this is weird. Like, I'm the type of guy that I have Android stuff. So I never really had like Apple, like Apple Podcasts or anything like that. Anything Apple I never had. Because I was on the Android side. That's just the way I've been. So if you're on Apple, I need to hear from you. Okay. Just put down there in the chat if you're on Apple. And what I need is reviews. I need Apple Podcast reviews, 5-star reviews. Okay. And I need a bunch of them. Okay. I need as many as we can get just to keep this thing, keep the steam rolling on it. Okay. Because it's finally starting to pick up. So guess what? This year we were on the top list, max list for top career podcasts 2022. Ha! Say what? Say what? I can't believe we made the cut. All of us crazy boneheads, me and Foster and Mark up there acting a fool. We made it. We made it. We made the top list. Okay, top list. 2022 career podcasts, right? In our niche. Okay, we made the list. So that's amazing. Top 5% global podcast. So globally, we're in the top 5%, which is pretty awesome because there's like 2.6 million podcasts. We're in the top 5%. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. So again, we're starting to pick up steam. I was just featured in Podcaster Magazine, Podcaster Inc. magazine, right there next to Heather Monahan, which has a top 1% podcast. So that was really awesome. But we got to keep that steam going, because if we can keep that going, guys, again, we'll be able to reach more and more people. So for all of you out there that said Apple, first of all, I want to announce some of these folks in here. They're saying congrats, love that, Michael, appreciate you, right? How many of you, actually, I'm curious, boneheads. Mike says boneheads. Yeah, we're boneheads for sure. How many of you listen to the podcast, right? I know you watch us, but are you listening? I'm just curious, and that's okay, because news flash for y'all, I don't listen to any podcasts at all, not even our own. So don't feel guilty if that's not you. Like, it's not me either. I'm just not a podcast person. Okay. But how many of you actually listen to the podcast? If you do, I want you to just put #podcast, because I think that's super cool. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate the love if you listen to it. I'm just curious, because I don't even listen to my own podcast. Joel says, I am not, but we'll start. I love that. Thank you, Joel. Yeah, I don't even listen to it, because I'm not a podcast person. That's just not what I do, probably more so because I create the stuff. We're always creating stuff. So I don't know. I just don't have time. Don't got time for all of that, I guess. And if I am listening to something, it's usually music. If I'm going to listen, I don't know. So you guys might be different. Oh, Angel says #podcast. Oh, Angel, love you, man. That's so cool. He's like, yeah, I'm tuning in. Foster tunes in. I love that. Foster, thank you. Michelle, she says, I'll listen next time. Love that. So maybe we got some new audience today on the podcast. Guys, please do me a favor. Go subscribe. Go give us a review. Okay. And that will help us. What we need is our podcast to become discoverable. Okay. So really what I need, the first benchmark on podcasts, this is what I've heard. I'm not a podcast expert, okay, but this is what I've heard from other podcast experts, is that 100 reviews is the number to really kind of go for at first. That's like the first benchmark is 100 reviews. So that's my goal. We got to get to 100. Like, that's the first benchmark. Like, we got to have a goal. Without a goal, you're just kind of doing it like this. I need to have a goal. So 100, I think we're at like 36. Okay. We got 36 reviews or something like that. It's like, because it hasn't really been a focus of mine. Again, remember when I told y'all in the beginning, TV first, we repurpose it for podcasts. So it hasn't really been I haven't been intentional as intentional as I should be, right? But I'm getting intentional on that side too. So I would appreciate reviews. I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe. I'd appreciate that. It'd mean a lot to me. How does one offer a review from Android? Okay, so Kat, great question. You can do a review from Android, but it'll ask you, I think for Apple, it's going to ask you to create like an Apple account, right? Guys, correct me if I'm wrong about that. Does anybody know? I could be wrong about that. Again, I am Android too. I think it does. Yeah, Lori Oken says we are 38 ratings, stellar, 4.9 out of 5 evaluation. Go team. Yeah, somebody blasted me on one of them reviews, y'all. Somebody blasted me. I don't know who it was. They gave me a 1 star and said the host is a bozo. Said the host is an idiot for something. I don't know who it was, but yeah, that's why we're at 4.9. Somebody left us a bad review. I don't know what that was all about, but hey, can't please them all, right? Can't make them all happy. So anyways, yeah, guys, I would appreciate it. Mez, how can you help? 5-star review, and let's get you involved in the summit. Let's get you involved in putting it together. Yeah, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate everything so much. All of you, you're like family. You already know that. You are seriously family. For those of you, also, I want to say this. For those of you that were at the event last week and you were there and I bumped into you, okay, and you saw this like confused look on my face, and it's because it's like I'm trying to put the name with the face, and the name with the face and the LinkedIn image. Okay, so you have to imagine I haven't met all of you guys in person. Some of you I have. Most of you I have not met in person. I've interacted with you through social media for a long time, but all I get to see is your image, your picture, right? So then I see you in person and I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, who is this person? So if you saw that look in my face, that awkward look in my face of like trying to figure out who the heck you are and to avoid, like, try to figure out that awkward, that awkward part of it. That's all that was. Yeah, you suck at the name thing too. Yeah, Joel says, love that. I'm the same way. I'm really oops, that wasn't it. I'm really bad with names. Really bad. Yeah, I suck with the name thing. Anybody else bad with that? Bad with names and faces? I'll do this. I'll go, I know this person. I know this person. I know this person. And it will bother me until I can figure it out. Evan, appreciate you. He says, I'm a rock star. Appreciate that. I don't know what I did, but hey, I appreciate the love anyway. And Mike says, not catfishing. Don't be catfishing, y'all. Don't be catfishing. We know that's wrong. Don't do that. All right. So I think that's about it, y'all. I just wanted to hop on here because I knew, right? Again, consistency. We've been doing the show live for 4 years, and I knew y'all would be here, so I'm like, I can't just leave y'all hanging like that. I felt it bad. I felt bad that people were going to be waiting for us and we weren't going to be there. So I'm like, all right, I got to tell them what's going on. I got to tell everybody what's happening with the Who You Know show and what we're doing. So before I go, I'm going to do something kind of neat. I'm just going to test this out and see how it works. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put in the chat right now a link, okay? Actually, no. I'm not going to put it in the chat. No. I will put it in the chat. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. Believe I just put it in the chat. We'll see. It should go in the chat. I don't see it in the chat. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Okay, I just put it in the chat. but it doesn't look like from my PC. It doesn't look like it's clickable. It may or may not be clickable from the phone either. I am not sure. But basically what that link is, guys, is if you are camera ready and you want to hop in here with me right now, say what? You can be part of this show right the heck now. Okay. So yeah, restream link. Mark says restream link. So I'll send you the link in a DM too if it's not working from the chat. Just put hashtag live if you want to join me live right now. Hashtag live. Oh, look, there's Mark. Look, Mark and Mark's here. Marky Mark in the house. Hold on, Mark. Let me split screen you. Bloop. There's Marky Mark in the house. What up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Man, it's good, man. We're teaching these folks what the future holds, what we're going to be doing, where we're going.
Yeah, I love it. I think I'm looking down at the camera. I got to work out my camera.
Yeah, man, you got to get the camera action going.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Hold up. Hold up. We got Jason Hopper in the house.
Good, man.
We got the tool. Oh, snap.
In the house. Hold on, Mark. Let me split screen. There's Mark.
We got an echo too.
I think I'm looking down.
What up, man?
I got to work out my camera.
Yeah, man.
Who's
Hold up. Hold up. We got Jason Hopper in the house.
we have an awful echo going on. Who's playing it?
We got an echo too.
I think that's Jason's. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Hold up. Hold up. We got Jason Hopper in the house. Good, man. The tool. Oh, snap. In the house.
Uh-oh. Who's playing it? Somebody's playing it, right?
There's Mark. We got an echo too.
I'm looking.
No,
Yeah, I think
no one's
you guys got
playing.
to mute your live stream. Mute your live stream, guys.
Who's hold up. We got Jason Hopper in the house.
Yeah, no. Do you guys not muting it?
Awful echo going on.
There's Josh Ferris.
Who's playing it?
Yeah, Josh, Kat. I think that's Jason.
Okay.
Or Jason, excuse me. Josh, Kat, Jason.
Hey,
Somebody's got their live stream audio going.
hey guys, I'm going to do this. I'm going to
Who's playing it? Somebody's playing
hold on.
it.
Hold on.
No.
No.
Your live stream. You live stream, guys.
Epic fail.
No, you guys not muting it? There's Josh Ferris.
Hold on, I gotta figure this out.
Yeah,
Let's
Josh,
press
Kat,
some buttons here. Hold on.
Jason, excuse me. Josh, Kat, Jason. Somebody's got their live stream audio going. Yeah, Kat, turn your speaker off.
I'm going to. Who's playing it? Somebody's hold on.
There we go.
There we go. That's what it was. Okay, so Kat, your speaker was going. It was playing. Yep, Kat, mute your show stream. Okay, cool. So we should all be able to unmute your mic though, and you should be able to talk. So Kat, you want to talk first? Hello, Kat.
Uh-oh.
Huh,
Okay, I was going to do what Jason did and close out of LinkedIn, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, it's playing. It's
Okay, so
Or just mute it. Just mute that link, or the audio of the link.
Did
There
it?
you go.
you did.
So we should all be able to unmute your mic.
Oh, I still hear it though.
And you should be able to talk. So Kat, you want to talk first?
Is that
Hi, everybody. I am just over 60 days into a new job.
Yay!
Yay! I just got off the phone with Pauline.
Okay, I was going to do what Jason did and
Both
close
of
out
you got landed.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's playing.
Somebody still has it playing in
Sorry.
the background. Whoever everyone turn it off. Somebody's still got it going. Okay, cool. I don't hear it anymore. What's up, Josh?
What up,
Man, how you doing?
dude? Busy.
I hear you. Hey, appreciate your love and support, paying it forward, and everything you're doing with that church. I think it's amazing, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean it's a nonprofit, and they were able to jump on your summit this morning, and they really got a lot of good stuff out of it. So it was a good deal.
Amazing. Look at this. Look how cool this is. This is so amazing. Okay, so guys, here's something else that's really neat. So this is Restream. Okay, Restream. Very simple, easy tool. Lena, you've been using Restream, right?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
It is pretty easy. The chat is a little bit cumbersome, but other than that, it is really easy. You just have to remember to download your videos after you're done.
There you go. Download them.
Yeah.
Yep. They got lots of cool features in here. Lots of cool stuff. Mike, what's up, Mike? Mike?
Wake up, Mike.
Is he frozen?
I don't know if he might be frozen.
Mike?
Could be.
I think
He's mad
Mike's
at me because I
frozen.
said I wouldn't change to Apple.
He must be frozen. Yeah, he just his video just went off.
Bloop.
Yep, there he goes.
That's cool though, but we'll get him here in a second. Yeah, it's off. Okay, he's frozen, but I'll get him in here in a second. But guys, this has just been so cool. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Lena, you down for the Who You Know presents? What is it? Oh my gosh!
What are you presenting? What's going
what?
on?
Inside.
My show?
Yeah, what's
You
the
mean
name of
my
your show?
Breakfast Bite of Insight.
You've been on the show. You've been on the show, Trevor.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I'm restreaming in, but Trevor is like right there.
Y'all
In the next
want to get a
office.
tour? Here, let's give y'all a tour real quick.
So-
So there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I got my Rodecaster over there, my mic over there. Got the nice. Oh yeah, Dallas Cowboys. Let's go. Wait. There it
I
is.
don't
There's
know
my Who You Know table. Yep.
can't
There's
see me
Mark
waving.
right there. That's Mark's window. That's his window right there. That's his window.
That's awesome.
There you go. Yeah, we're just up here acting a fool. This is what we do.
I got the Who You Know logo up by my head.
I know. I love that. How did you
Yeah,
do that?
That's pretty sweet.
You got that up on your background?
I don't know. I didn't do it. It just kind of.
That one?
Yeah. There you go.
Hey,
Oh, okay. Trevor did
Can
it.
you
I could
see
do like
my ice
that.
shaker?
Oh.
Whoa.
So I just
wait.
wanted to say to everybody that, and
Hey,
I wasn't.
Lori,
Hey,
okay.
Lori! I just wanted to say because I wasn't in the chat. I was on the phone with Pauline actually, Kat. But I wanted to say that we are super excited about the Vet SOS show. We're getting everything set up. We're going for kind of a Memorial Day time frame for the launch. So keep your eyes and ears open for more details on that to come. We'll have a schedule out with the guests and everything, working on the logos, and just again, super excited to be able to offer that to the military and veteran community. And I know a lot of you out there, viewer audience, has prior service. So this is not only for us, but for you all too.
Hey, Lori, I think your audio's going in the background. So turn off LinkedIn, like the LinkedIn audio. Turn that off. Because
I'll
there's
be
like
out of town, Mark, on Memorial Day weekend. I have a funeral to attend back east, but I want to learn more about that.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll go for, we probably won't actually push it out on Memorial Day just because of that. And a lot of the veterans and active duty service, a lot of them take leave over that weekend too. So, but
there
it'll be
you go,
that
Lori. You
week.
got it. You got it. Beautiful.
Okay,
Yeah, so when you
perfect.
come
Who
into
you know
these
rocks.
What's that?
Who you know rocks.
Oh, thank you. So if this happens again, guys, so what you got to do is what's happening is you got LinkedIn playing in the background. You got that audio coming through. that audio is usually about 30 to 45 seconds delayed.
Mhm.
Okay. So like when I ask you a question and you start typing in, I won't see it for like 30, 45 seconds later. Okay. So anyway, so when we're hearing the audio, it creates this really bad echo if you have it playing in the background. So anyway, just for future, but this is great. How cool is this? I'm on LinkedIn and I threw y'all a link and you popped in here. How cool is that? I love that.
Super cool.
I love that. Maybe I'll do that again. I got Mike in here somewhere.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, his camera's frozen or something. I don't know what's going on there. That's okay.
Come on, Mikey.
Well, you guys rock. I appreciate each and every one of you so freaking much. I hope you're all doing well. Lori, hope you're doing good. How are you doing, Lori? Everything good? Lori?
She's got to turn her speaker on.
I think Lori's now frozen.
Oh yeah, she might have turned it all. Well, she's not frozen. She might have her audio off.
Josh.
She said, I just muted my entire volume.
Oh, she's reading lips. She says, "Hi,
We're the-
Lori."
We're the Who You Know Brady bunch.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's funny.
I love this.
Good to see you, Josh.
You too, Lena.
Just like to talk to you soon.
I know. We need to talk soon.
Do I feel like I have to ask a question? I feel like, okay, I really do. I feel like everyone here in this group that's here right now, we're probably all searching at one point at the same time. Like you were all like searching at the same time.
Yeah, I think so.
And you've kind of like gotten to know each other and you've like built relationships with each other, right? Like you know who each other are, right? Like you guys know who you know each other, right?
I just had an hour-long call with Jeremy Stubson last week.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jeremy.
I think a lot of us are in the same kind of group at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's super cool. I think that's really, really neat. Like, you know, you get to build relationships and stuff like that. Probably around the time when we were doing Coach's Corner a lot. How many of you went to Coach's Corner? Right? Yeah, all of you. Okay, yeah. Maybe I ought to bring that back. Because that's probably where you got to see each other's faces, get to know each other a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I'm thinking about it.
Lena and I started talking on the side. She got me into quad meet before it tanked.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of crossover that started on your show, so it's kind of cool to see you're gonna have all these other shows. I think it just makes sense. It's a natural thing. But I mean, Lena, you probably know this. I probably could count 20, 30 people that I stay in pretty constant contact with that started in Coach's Corner or with Trevor and Mark. I mean, a lot of them. I know Jason and I talk from time to time. I mean, there's quite a few of us.
Yeah. Because we were all in 2020, middle to like, about mid 2020 and everything that joined all that group. And
this is my pandemic group.
Yeah.
My COVID group.
We were
The COVID
sad.
Coach's Corner.
we were having a hard time. So,
Josh,
yeah.
I didn't realize this, but I think you live right by me.
I do.
Did we talk about this already?
A little bit back earlier. Every time I go to Daddy's Tacos to get some breakfast, I'm like, I wonder if I'm going to wander to Mark one of these days.
That's so awesome. As I always think about that too, and I'm like, as I'm passing somebody or whatever, I'm like, I hope I just didn't cut off Josh Ferris.
I'd let you know, buddy. I'd let you know.
Be like, Mark.
It's the Asian in me. It's the Asian driver in me.
Yeah, he's a horrible driver, y'all. Like that stereotype. Listen,
It's
true,
good
though.
thing he's a great financial advisor. Then
he does a good. Oh, the numbers, right? He's good with numbers.
Yeah.
No, listen. Listen, I could talk about him like this because he's like my brother. Okay, like we're brothers from another mother, but it's true. He can't drive. The boy can't drive for nothing. It's bad, y'all. I'm just gonna say.
No.
It is. I fear for my life when I'm in the car with you, my friend. We are
you get a
going
little
to
bit.
die.
This is fun because you get a little bit more of Trevor and Mark, right? So Trevor likes to drive like a grandmother.
No,
Very moderately paced. Sometimes he's talking and maybe not, as attentive or thinking.
Mark, you and I would
he's
get
spinning all those racks.
I just drive fast.
That's too slow, Trevor.
No,
He's
you're not
spinning
going
all
triple
those
digits.
racks.
You're going too slow, buddy.
Oh my
I
God.
don't drive slow, okay? but what I do though is I pay attention to what the heck's going on. And like this guy right here, he just like I don't understand. He like pulls out and then he's like, get out of my way or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, he's like yelling at the other person like they're the problem. I'm like, dude, you just almost hit that guy. Like, stop.
Road rage elder.
I'm like, dude, you're
Lori Oken. So, okay, I'm glad, Lori, that you are here because you can attest. I mean, look, I'm a Chicago driver.
Yeah, and you know what? I haven't driven a car since 2007.
Oh, okay.
Because in my neck of the woods, first of all, I've had a few accidents when I lived out east, and then I moved back to Chicago, and I decided to buy a place where I didn't need a car. And now, because the drivers are crazy everywhere, I'm afraid to get into a car because if I drove someone, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to be like a Mark. Because the Chicago driver, once a Chicago driver, always a Chicago driver. Like, don't put me behind a wheel because I will kill my passengers.
No.
So
I gotta say this: everybody that's coming here from California and everywhere else, coming here in Texas, okay, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, the traffic here is getting a little ridiculous. I'm just gonna say that, and I'm not liking it. Like, I get it; everything's better in Texas. I understand.
Jason, where are you at? Are you up north? Where I know you work downtown, right?
No, I'm in. So our office is just off of Arapahoe and Montfort, North Dallas.
Oh man, you and I need to get together for lunch soon because my office is down in Addison off Marsh and Beltline.
Yeah, you're not far from me at all, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to make that happen. I'm in the office Monday through Thursday. I work at home Friday.
All right, I'm only in the office Mondays and Fridays, and sometimes I don't even go in then.
I love this, you guys. You rock.
So Randy just asked me what Big Toe was all about, so I had to type in my chat there that for everybody's benefit, I shattered my big toe and had to have reconstructive surgery to put it all back together.
How did you do
so
that?
Trevor made fun of me and dubbed me the nickname Big Toe.
I did.
well, do you have a really big cast? A really big boot?
I had a boot and a knee scooter and crutches. I had all the above. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
You really towed it up.
Yeah. What kind of cookies are you eating there?
That was our guest, one of our guests last week, Bob Tidy.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, and he sent so he had all of these things in the background, kind of like Josh's background there. He had like posters and things of these books, and just a great guy. Helped with South Lake and the Career Transition Network. He's here in DFW, so he sent us all these books.
Wow!
In a
now
packet.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Now that's a great question on DVD. We got a little book leading with quotes. All right, little book of big. We got 339 questions Jesus asked. Ooh, I like that.
Wow.
Great leaders ask great questions. CD. This guy's come out with a lot of content. Great leaders ask great questions, like all these books and stuff. So, and my favorite, the personal touch, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Personal.
Oh,
touch.
and it is personal because I got a different one. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Trevor,
so
do you
shout
remember
out.
this guy you had on a couple weeks, like a month ago?
Yeah,
Yes,
Bruce.
Dude, so I got on late and I just happened to catch the end of it. And I was kind of interested. So I went and got his book, having no
Nice.
idea what it was. It's a whole book of like, and I'm reading through the thing and I'm like, I can't believe I just paid this guy for this. Anybody could have, just a bunch of words that he made. Like some of them are like paragraphs. Really? I was dying laughing when I got it. I was reading it to my neighbor, and I think we probably shouldn't have been drinking while we were reading it because we were just rolling on the floor. We were like, oh my gosh.
Well,
It was really funny,
Bruce,
though.
let's hope Bruce don't see this. We're live right now.
Well, it's a good book. There's some really good stuff in there. I just had no idea what the book was when I ordered it.
That bike don't go backwards, man.
Oh, that's so funny.
Camera.
that's me backpedaling.
Oh, man. It was funny.
That's
How
funny.
many
No,
of you? Okay, so we bring on a lot of authors on the show, right? We got a lot of authors. Mark's wife reads like every single one of the books. Like she'll
Yeah.
read them all.
I read a lot of them too.
Really?
Yeah, she's a big reader. She can like a book.
I have Sean Crane, Tim's Story. I have the marketing
Tim.
guy, Brian. Yeah, I got a lot of them.
That's
she'll-
awesome.
She'll read a book this size like in a day. Like she'll just read through the whole thing. Like
I have over here. Hold on, let me.
so, but she's the smarter. She's the smarter. She's more studious, I should say. She's very, very studious. So, Kat, that's you too. Sounds like.
It is. I love reading the books. Look
Hey,
at
Pauline!
you walking.
I just got off the phone with you.
So cool.
Everything went cool at the bank.
All right, good deal. That's awesome.
So is that Trevor there?
Trevor
So
behind
Trevor,
the numbers.
you know who my new boss is? Sid Cotty. She knows you and Holly really well, and Foster even better.
Are you muted?
Really? I
Trevor?
think Trevor's muted.
I can't hear you.
I can't
We
hear
can't
him.
hear you. Yeah, he's talking, but your lips are moving, but I can't hear any sound.
Trevor, we can't hear you.
I know.
This is too much.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
A little bit,
yeah,
but it sounds like you're.
it's through the computer. So hold on, let me get my.
Oh,
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
like your mic's out of whack.
My mic's out of whack. What happened?
Oh, we lost Jason. Oh, he said he got to run. Okay.
Yeah, Jason had to leave.
Y'all keep talking. Keep talking.
I was just looking for those of you that are still watching the show. We love to do this because it gives you a little bit more insight as to the whole, because you hear us and we've got guests on, and we're always asking questions and interviewing the guests, so we don't get a whole lot of time maybe to tell you more about us. So you've heard my big toe story. Trevor actually just recently got his packet, so he brought that in today, and he's talked about his teenage years, right, and some of the difficulties or
Can you hear me
trouble that he had gotten into.
now? Yeah.
And so he showed me his packet with his mugshot, and yeah, he's got it right there. Allen Police Department. His record. So it is. I have seen it. I can attest that yes, he has had a interesting childhood growing up, but that's
Look, y'all.
who he is today.
A lot of paper. Like there's a lot of paper here.
Is that the police report?
Oh, there's a lot of it. There's multiple. I tell you, I was crazy. There's a lot of this. I was crazy.
But hey, turned his life around, and he wouldn't be who he is today without that experience. So
Yeah. No, I'm grateful for the experience. I like that sounds really weird, but I'm grateful for all of this because this is going to help me to help someone else. And
Yeah. Your mic still is
Weird.
not working.
not working.
It sounds like it's come back through the computer again.
Yep. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mouse coming out.
All right, can you hear
Oh,
me?
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the mic I want it to come through. I don't know why it's
okay.
not coming through the other one. That's really weird. Speaker. Da, da, da. Yep.
Well,
Go ahead.
so for me, who was late to the party, was this your last show?
No.
Oh,
We got more stuff coming. We got better stuff coming.
the way you were going on, I thought this was like an obituary or something, like a pre-funeral. I mean, you guys were like, oh, and now the summit, and I don't know what's going to happen. We're doing this new thing, and I'm sobbing on this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are these guys ending the, like the face to face? I'm like, this is my group. I go, what am I going to do if I can't see them anymore?
Lori, I love it.
You guys
I'm
hit
here
me
for
in
you,
a
Lori.
city.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
No,
This
we're
is
not. We're
this
not.
is how much I
canceling.
need you. This is how much people like me need you. So just okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Well, we
Oh.
love you guys too. We love you, Lori. And yes, we ain't going anywhere. We're just making it better.
Yeah, I got here. Let me share my screen.
Next level for all of the avenues that they reach out and touch us. So everything's
Oh wow! Look at that! Look how cool that looks.
Oh
wow,
yeah.
That's a little much. Hold on. So there's Mike. Mike's already part of the show. Look at that. I don't know where he went, but Mark's already part of the show. So yeah, I'm working on taking this to a whole new level of the show where you're gonna have more of a more higher end production like a TV show. Okay. And so this is gonna be our intro. And then basically what we're gonna do is capture here. Let me stop the screen share real quick. We're gonna capture so like to give you an example, what we did on Wednesday, we recorded 8 episodes. Okay. We recorded 8 episodes. Four of them were remote, 4 of them were in person. So when you watch the final version, you're going to have 2 remote, 2 in person. They're going to intersect like this. So there will actually be 4 guests on each show, but it's going to be a lot more polished up. You'll see what I'm talking about. I can't wait to share this with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. It's going to be amazing.
So is that why last week I was on 2 shows, like one in the morning and one in the afternoon? And I'm like, are these guys like double dipping everybody's time, or like what's going on? Is this some like special sauce of the ingredient that I don't know anything about? My mind was just like I don't know. You trying to get like, I'm getting all juiced up here, while I'm trying to do my other job, and I'm going, I don't know. This is like a really good ingredient day, so I'll just go at it. I see Mark post something, you got to get on now, and I'm thinking, oh no, not another Trevor's caught in jail.
Oh yeah.
Right. I never see you post anything. I mean, this is like the comedy act of all comedy acts, so I just got to go in and see what's cooking.
Yes.
And in the meantime, I'm writing a business plan on this lady who's opened up a bakery, and all I'm doing is trying to envision smelling cookies. And I'm like, oh, is this the cookie show? What's up? So good. Now I know. It's just this trilogy of trilogies. Awesome.
We'll take
I love
it to the next level, and maybe even we'll incorporate something like this because I think this is cool. This is fun. I just want to capture people while they're watching the show, and then throw the link at them, and then we'll get them in here like we did this, and then we'll just have a whole like show totally what is it called? No, what's it called? Where people improv. Yeah, there you go. So it'll be total improv. Just like I'll throw the link out there, and then we got Cat O'Toole, we got Lori Ogan, we got Lena Stutz, we got Josh Ferris. That's what we do. We had Mike. He was here.
Only for you guys.
Pauline's here with us.
Yes, yeah. It's great to see you, Lena, here.
Only for you guys, because like this is not usually what's like going to be all over the camera. Like,
yeah, well, we all
only
are all
for y'all.
now.
It's real. It's real. We get the real Lena.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, this has been super fun, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. We got more stuff coming, so if it's just going to be different, okay? It's going to be different. It's not going to be less. It's actually going to be more, higher, better quality, more impact, better. But it's going to be different. And I know for some people, different is scary, but it's not scary, guys. This is going to be great. It's great things coming.
Hey, Trevor, the thing that and Lena, I bet you'll agree, and Lori, the thing that made your show so much different than everything else is really a couple of things. One, you have that undercurrent of your faith behind it all, and I think a lot of people are scared to touch that, but it makes you guys stand out. I mean, it's what made me come back after the very first time I turned it on. So I hope that part never changes. But two, the guests you have on are accessible. I can't tell you how many of those I have actually talked to in Zoom calls. I've talked to David Meltzer. I've talked to a lot of different people on there.
Nice.
Dude, that's insane. Most times when you watch a show, to your point, a TV show, you don't have to get access to those people. You have guests on that actually will spend time if people get out of their comfort zone and just reach out. And so I think that's what has made you guys so successful is the guests you have take what you say and put it to use with people that they don't know from Adam.
I love that you're saying that. Access.
Yeah.
And I love that David Meltzer spent some time with you. I'm looking for something right now.
Well, and to your point, Amberly Largo, right? Last week, she gave her phone number to you guys. She said, text me and I will respond. And she said, it's actually me, right?
Yep.
That responds.
And I got something cooking. Y'all. Okay, it's little scribbles on here. I can't because we're on LinkedIn. I can't let everybody see what's really on here. Okay, but I got like 5 email addresses right here on this piece of paper. 5 email addresses, and they're all at Tony Robbins. At Tony Robbins. At Tony Robbins. So I'm working here. Okay. Like, I can't wait. That would be an epic episode. How many of y'all want to see Tony Robbins? Come on.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Get a Tony Robbins in the
That
comments.
would be cool. I've actually seen him at one of his conferences many years ago. But
Yep.
Yeah, those coals are really hot.
Well, he's coming to Dallas May 20th.
Oh, cool.
Okay. He's coming to Dallas May 20th. He's doing a conference here. So, I was like, we have a studio here in Dallas. Maybe we could So I pulled some strings, and I got some email addresses right here on this piece of paper. And anyway, I'm going to reach out, shoot your shot. You never know what's going to happen. It may not happen, but let's get on his radar at least,
If you're shooting your shot, the real question is, are you going to the draft? You got the invite last week.
So I think I am. Not 100%, but I do think I am because Chris, we talked after, and he's trying to get me some VIP tickets. So yeah. So
that's awesome.
He said I can get you normal tickets, no problem, but he's trying to get VIP tickets. So if that happens, I'm going to be up there with Rob Gronkowski and all of them, like crazy stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, like these are some big times, and who knows who else, And I started looking it up. I had no idea what this Gronk Beach is. Have you guys heard of that? I didn't even know. I started looking it up. It's like a giant pool party, like massive, crazy pool party in Vegas. where it's just insane. Like the Gronkowski brothers, they know how to party. I was like, oh my gosh, what are y'all? This is what y'all do?
And for that reason is why I am not going.
Smart man.
No, but it's like, so apparently, so Rob Gronkowski's been doing this party, I guess, for a long time.
Yeah.
Many years. And it's like, it's become this massive thing. And they like,
well, they bring all the draft, right? The draft picks in.
And so it's like a party with all these football players and crazy. I don't even know. I was watching stuff and I'm like, am I going to this? I guess I'm going to this. They go party with these guys. What?
You got to wear some Who You Know swag so you can get some free pub.
There you go.
I'll bring my Who You Know shaker, right? Because that'll get me in the door. Yeah, hopefully I don't go.
VIP ticket right there.
Hopefully I don't go back. Okay.
You're no longer a juvenile, Trevor.
You better not, because I ain't flying out to Vegas to bail you out.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Give me a call, Trevor. I know some people out there that get you out.
It's all about who you know. Speaking of all about who you know, oh my gosh. So, I was in LinkedIn jail, right? So you guys know all that. Well, we had someone on our show. I'm not going to name her out, but there's someone on our show who called the CEO of LinkedIn for me. Okay. All right. Let's just put it that way. And next day, out. And by the way, she did it twice because it happened 2 times within a week, I think.
Yeah.
Like literally LinkedIn shut me down twice within a week. Yeah. She picked up the phone, called the CEO and was like, you need to blah, 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 blah. She was like, went off. She was like, no way. No, not Trevor. Blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, bam. I'm like, oh, my account's back. Wow. That's a who you know moment. Okay. That's a who you know moment.
Bottoms up.
Well, please stay out of jail, because otherwise Mark's going to be running the show, and then I get really nervous.
Me too.
Yeah, I can run this thing. I just, I haven't been.
I'm only joking because you're my fellow Chicagoan, so
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Trevor's been running this thing now for
Hi, Lena.
Hi, Lena. Trevor's been running this thing now, and we've just kind of gone our strengths, and I couldn't do. Yeah, he's got so much time, and learning curve already done. Like, I mean, it would take me a long time to get anywhere near the point that he's at right now. So,
it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Anything. Listen, like this is something I've learned is that anything you want in life, just go figure out who's been there, who's done that, and get the shortcut. Right? Success leaves clues. Just figure out. And I've already been there, done that. So if you want it, it's right across the hallway. Right? You gotta want it, but it's right here. I've already been there, done that. So I figured things out. And yeah, and we're doing it. You are doing it. We're going to do Veto SOS. You're going to have your show, Veto SOS coming. It's coming soon. Coming to a LinkedIn near you.
No reason to reinvent the wheel.
That's right.
That's right.
Just figure out who's already been there, done that, and go copycat. And then you can start to make it your own. Mm-hmm. But first step is really to mimic and emulate, and then you can innovate. First emulate, then you can innovate.
Okay. That's a good saying. Emulate and innovate, and then make it your own.
Yeah, that's like you look at LeBron. LeBron looked at Jordan, and a lot of they want to master the master, right? Master the master. And then you can become the master, right? You have to master the master to become the master. I like it. Lots of mic drops in that one.
If I had to make that, drop it. But
I'll give myself one. Hold on.
There you go.
There we go. But yeah, all right, guys, this has been amazing. This was an hour and 45-minute episode. Episode 316. Let's go.
Who you know?
Who you know? This is Who You Know Live is what this is. Who You Know Live. Let's
I
go.
love it.
All right, y'all. Y'all be good.
That's
Okay,
the show.
take care, guys. We love you guys.
It's all
Stay
about
healthy.
Thanks, guys.
ooh, yeah,
No.
Bye.